All right, let's go. There's 30. There's 40. There's 50. There's 60. There's 70. All right, so we're doing a speed limit now. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Today I'm driving a 2024 Mazda CX-50 in the with the turbocharged engine. So there's 3 different engines in this. We'll discuss more in this video. So in this video overall, get to that point too, what you can do interior, exterior, and then I'll do some driving impressions on this really bumpy road. I don't know if it's showing in the camera, but bumpy road. This is the 2024 Mazda CX-50 in Meridian. This is the Zircon Sand Metallic with terracotta interior color. Retail price $43,860. This is the Meridian, so we have a few different things. We have some cool hood graphics there, not kind of cool graphics. I like these graphics. You can see them inside the cabin as well. We were driving. It actually cuts down some sun glare too, which is nice. So you don't have to bounce the sun glare in the cabin. 18-inch off-road tires. You have the more aggressive trim. You can see here. I'll get my shadow out of the film there. We have the roof rack here. This is part of an Apex package with black crossbars, front and rear splash guards, and a roof platform. That's $1,200 additional from Mazda. It is loud as you drive, as roof racks are. If you have experienced them, they do kind of whistle, but looks like you can take this off, just have just the top piece, which will probably quiet down. If you're not using it, maybe store that in your garage, store it in a shed or something, and then put them on when you need it, which really could cut down some of that sound. Splash guards are going to be right here and there. This definitely feels like more of a wagon to me than an two-row SUV. Just the stance of it and the way it sits. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I like the styling of this quite a bit. I did a good job on this. I like having the option of having a little bit longer version of the CX-5 or a little bit shorter version, depending on your needs. It does have a bit of a step-in height. Go up, the way that comes down, the way this whole thing comes down protects you as far as dust and debris and stuff like that comes in there. But yeah. That is the CX-50 exterior. So check this out. I went to hit the navigation button and this screen popped up. It says navigation system is ready. To add navigation, insert Mazda navigation SD card. Navigation SD cards available from your dealer's accessory. So you don't have to do a monthly subscription that some brands are doing for navigation and things. Mazda's going old school a little bit and saying just go get an SD card, put it in there, buy it. You want to upgrade your map, keep buying new SD cards. So a different way to approach that I just kind of stumbled on while I was trying to find a road to film at, and I was looking around for a turnoff. So that's just interesting that I haven't seen that for a few years. One thing to talk about with the Mazda CX-50 is the number of powertrains. So there's 3 powertrains. There is a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. I got my cheat sheet, my press release in front of me. There is the turbocharged option, and then in the middle of the lineup is a hybrid. So the 2.5 S models get the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. So basically the stock engine is a 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated, 187 horsepower, 185 pound-feet of torque, 87 octane, okay? That gets estimated 25 city, 31 mile per gallon highway, and 24 mile per gallon combined. Looking at the hybrid, as I scroll down through my listing here, the hybrid is basically the Toyota hybrid system. It's a battery mated to the engine. In this case, it's a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, hybrid EV battery, 3 electric motors, and an eCVT transmission, standard all-wheel drive. This one has a 6-speed automatic, as does the turbo. Now the turbocharged, coming down here, produces 256 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. Now that's on premium fuel, 93 octane and above, which is something interesting that Mazda does, is these engines have NOx sensors in them that allows you to run lower octane fuel, but Mazda gives you numbers for that too, which is rare in my business. 227 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque on 87 octane. So you lose about 20 some horsepower and about 10 foot-pounds of torque. Now in this case, it does come with the sport off-road driving modes, and then we'll talk more in the back about towing because that's a change as well. The turbocharged models can be denoted by turbocharged badging. We'll see the badging. Where's the badging? The badging somewhere. We'll get to that. Let's see, they're also talking about large exhaust pipes, LED tail lights, and adaptive LED front lighting system with LED auto leveling headlights. We'll find a turbo badge somewhere around here. I bet you it's in the back. Okay, so all-wheel drive, Skyactiv Turbo. There's our turbo badge. We have larger dual exhaust, And we have LED tail lamps, tail lights. So that's what that difference looks like. Now, speaking of towing, I do have a receiver hitch down here, and I didn't get a chance to tow with it this week. I wish I would have. I just didn't get a chance. But the turbo model with the Mazda towing setup is 3,500 pounds of towing. The hybrid is 1,500 pounds of towing, and the regular turbo is 2,000 pounds of towing. What's that mean? It means basically you have a set of jet skis. You have a small, very small pop-up camper. You have, you're taking your lawnmower around town. That kind of stuff would be able to towed with this Mazda. Let's keep going with this review. Okay, let's talk about some cargo area since I'm loading up to head to Denver today to fly out. We'll open this up. So I'm gonna take my golf clubs out, which I left in there as a demonstration, put my bag in. But to talk about this, so this is a CX-50. You have a little more trunk space. The CX-5, we actually owned one for a while. CX-5 was like right about here. So probably about half as deep as this is. So you have the CX-50 a little bit lower, so like a little bit wider, a little bit longer than the CX-5. So that's kind of your main differences there. But yeah, it's just nice cargo area, little pockets for storage stuff. We went down to Sam's Club the other day and got some stuff in there. And then this comes up and your spare tire is right there. Easy to access spare tire, which I like. That's a big thumbs up. One other thing to note back here is we have some power with a little adapter here. This is the old like 12-volt cigarette lighter, but you can put a little adapter in there and you can have power in the rear of the CX-50. And then these fold the seats down. Looks like there's an adapter that puts a insert that has across the top so you can hide your cargo back here for security in major cities, things like that. Let's check out the while I'm just standing here before I leave, let's check out the second row, and we'll check out the front too while the lighting is good, and then we'll keep driving down the road. So I'll put my bag over here and I'll hop in to the CX-50. So I got plenty of headroom in my headroom, good amount of leg room. I'm 5'6", 5'7", I don't know. I used to be 5'8". I'm shrinking. USBs down there. I have a nice cup holders back here. We had the boys back here. I have two teenage boys, and they had plenty of room. They never complained about anything. They didn't really talk to us, but they didn't complain about anything. The road trip to Cheyenne the other day. And so this is the second row room. We do have the big panoramic moonroof, which I probably will open today. As far as I'll take this back and leave the glass open. This makes a nicer driving experience. As we come around the front, okay, so we have some controls here for windows, for doors, and some storage down there as well. I've used that a couple different times. What's interesting is there's like a gun-like grip here for the grab handle. I actually like it because when you get in, you know, you have a really good grip. And it's a really solid closing door. So I'm a big fan of that stuff. I like fit and finish kind of deals. I want things to close right. And we'll start her up. And I'll turn the fan down. Here is your interior layout. HVAC controls there. Heated seats. I have the shifting here. The piano black Irby's doing this. I just hate it. Looks dirty, gets scratched up. Just my thing. We have controls here for the menu system that goes up there. And we have the volume controls. Interesting is the setup here for some storage. Not a lot down there, but one of the things I was playing with the other day was the wireless charger. Get my phone out here, and it goes right in there. That's supposed to be wireless charging. It was kind of hit or miss the other day while we were driving. On the way down to Cheyenne, the wireless charger worked the entire way, and now it's saying wireless charger unavailable. I don't know what's going on with that. It worked hit or miss. So there's some controls there for seating buttons, open the hatch, the different cameras, turning off the traction control, that kind of stuff. There is your menu as far as the controls for the cruise control and such. These are real gauges, not digital gauges. They work. They still work great. I don't know why I'm complaining about digital gauges, not having digital gauges. Maybe I drive too many new vehicles and analog gauges like, oh, that looks old. But I want it to work, more importantly, so it works. Let's see, we have some stitching there, some vents there, and here's our seating here. I will say, after driving 3 hours a day, seats are nice. I don't have any problems. Pretty comfortable, which is a big deal for me. I like comfortable seats. Also like a sunglass holder spot, that's ideal for me. And then that opens that sunroof. or moonroof, or what do we call these things these days? Everybody's got a different term for them, I swear. All right, let's go ahead and head down the road some more. Okay, back on the bumpy road, I gotta say this Mazda's not liking it. I've driven a lot of vehicles down this road, and this is probably the bumpiest I've felt in a while. Just butt dyno is telling me it's bumpier. Now, that could be because it's not the premium offering from Lexus and things I've driven in years past, but it's not like it's not doable. It's just I'm feeling bumps more than I anticipated. Now, as far as the engine, the turbo engine, you saw me go offline there, kind of do a 0 to 60 quasi kind of thing, and I would say that it was a little slower than I expected. I kind of wanted a little more torque out of that with the turbo. I will say that my wife and I had a Mazda CX-50. It was a year before they added a turbocharged option for that vehicle, and I actually was able to drive the natural aspirated versus the turbo back to back, and I tell you, it didn't make a whole lot of difference for me. The natural aspirated engine is pretty quick as it is, so if you're debating between a turbo and a non-turbo, I think it's flip a coin. Some people want more power and they can feel it. For me and my wife, it wasn't that big of a deal in our daily driving. What I am really curious about is the hybrid version of this vehicle. They said it's, in press release, it was built on using the Toyota hybrid system. The Toyota hybrid system is really well done, and I would be really interested in seeing what that's going to do as far as fuel economy and power delivery. This one is supposed to get 28 miles per gallon. I'm getting 20. And you know, I had some idling back there, but still, you know, I didn't get even close to fuel economy last time I went to Cheyenne and back. So I'm well below that, which just happens in turbocharged engines in my area. I just don't tend to get the fuel economy out of them that other people do. I'm at 4,000 feet. I'm usually driving into the wind. I'm driving at high speeds. Those are all mile per gallon killers. But with the hybrid system, I have gotten the EPA numbers more than once with that system. So I'm curious to see what the hybrid system does. Looking at the press releases and things, it's not quite out yet. They're working on the details for it. And if it was my money and I was going to do the CX-50, I'd really wait for that. Now, overall, I like the vehicle quite a bit. It's comfortable to drive in. The seats are comfortable. Visibility is pretty good. The side windows are a little bit small for me. The A-pillar comes up a little bit. Can't see that well out of them, but that's all right. I can see straight ahead and see who's behind me. And I see I need to pass this guy. He's throwing rocks at me. I like the overall look of it. This zircon sand metallic color, zircon, I think I'm saying it right, I don't know, is unique. I know a lot of people that like a more unique color. Everything's kind of black, white, gray kind of situation, and it's nice to have another color choice. The cabin's pretty well laid out. The infotainment system has worked pretty good. It's like the wireless charging that kicks on, kicks off for that wireless charging, and then the infotainment system wants to connect to my phone sometimes, doesn't want to connect to my phone sometimes. So I think there's some updating there that could be done from a software standpoint that'd make life a little bit easier for owners of this vehicle. $43,000 for a two-row SUV. You know, my golf buddies and I were talking about this yesterday. They came over and checked it out. Not bad in today's marketplace. Interesting enough, like I said, the hybrid system is actually cheaper than the turbo powertrain. So you can save several $1,000s and get better fuel economy with the hybrid. That's where I'm leaning. I don't know about you guys. The roof rack is annoying. I would definitely take that off. I've made a few points in this video about how loud it is. Not a fan. That's just a roof rack thing. The look is unique. I haven't seen a Mazda look like it's off-road ready ever. I don't know if I ever have. So that was a cool, different look, and I'm a big fan of that. So I think, like I said, overall, it's a good vehicle. The Mazda's got a really good idea here between the CX-5 and CX-50, giving customers power of choice, which I like. I like the different powertrain options. I like you have more choices there, and I like the price point. It's like $30,000 to $45,000, so you have some choices as far as how much you want to spend and how much any features you want in this vehicle. But yeah, I'm just gonna pass this guy like he's standing still and get on my way down to Denver and fly out to the airport. Go to the airport and fly out. Reverse that around. Yeah. All right, for more chick videos, I'm over here. Website down below as well. PickupTruckTalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.